What's up, Nathaniel, Bibby here from Bibby Consulting Group. This video is to answer the question, what's the return on investment from social media marketing? Enjoy the video and don't forget to subscribe.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Eric Qualman, who creates that social nomics video, which is quite cool on YouTube, like all these different awesome statistics about social media. He says the return on investment of social media is that your business will still be around in 5 years, which is true, but you can also invest a lot of money in social or time in social media and go out of business as well. There's a lot of businesses going into this without a strategy, man. What is the point of creating all this content? All you're going to do is like spend all your time writing articles. You'll do 3 or 4, get really busy, and then you don't write anymore, and you never actually had a content marketing strategy. You never actually had a social media marketing plan to begin with. So what's the return on investment? Well, there isn't one, mate. Like, you just wasted a whole shitload of time because you didn't have a plan. And the reality is, like, if you look at the very basics levels of, say, Google advertising, for example, Google advertising is a great example of how to measure return on investment, because if you pay $2 for a click and you need 10 clicks to get an inquiry and you need 4 inquiries to get a sale, so it costs you $20 to get 1 inquiry, you need 4 inquiries to get a sale, so it costs you how much? $80 for a sale, right? That's how much it costs. As soon as you know that and there's a profit there, you can scale the shit out of that. Like, it's awesome till the clicks run out. Social media has to be exactly the same. So like, if you're creating all this traffic and people are sharing your posts and stuff, what happens to that traffic? Does it, like, if you're just creating content because you're a good Samaritan, that's not going to work for a business. That's why I go crazy when I see business owners delegate their social media marketing to their 18-year-old kid, because it's like, he understands Facebook more than me. This is business. This is not about understanding Facebook. This is about having a system to take people through the customer journey. And it's just, you know, you attract people, then you take that attention and then they move them to the consideration phase, and then like at some point they make a decision to invest. And then there's also the advocacy stage when they're already a client. Like, it's so important that what people have got to understand is, like, the customer journey isn't happening like face to face anymore. It's 80% of it online. And so content marketing is how you communicate, like how you influence their decision. And so the return on investment could be, okay, I get 10,000 people viewing my blog. Out of those 10,000, I know 50 will download a free ebook, and from those 50 will all receive, you know, my email nurturing campaigns, and over 12 months I'll get 5 sales from that, and then I can work the numbers back. You have to have a return on investment with anything you do in marketing. Anyone that says that, you know, you just invest blindly and, you know, you think that it will work and you don't know that it will, that's a waste of time. Like, even you look at Gary Vaynerchuk, who says he doesn't know what his ROI in social media is. He'd be broke if he didn't know there was an ROI, because he's grown his business and he's invested in it. Like, he might not know it down to the nearest dollar, and he may not know it as immediate as Google advertising. He knows it's there. He's 100% sure, and he would have some metrics around that and numbers around that. You should be doing exactly the same. If you're a small business, you should be spending very little time in the awareness stage and a lot of time in the closing stage. Let's say you're a real estate agent, right? You want to move like down to the bottom of the funnel by being as specific as possible. And so like if you're a real estate agent, it's a good example. Like, if you're, you know, to target South Bank, the best way to present a 3-bedroom apartment with a view in South Bank would be a good piece of content for you. Maybe focusing on the median price bracket for property sales in Victoria. Like, it'd be good, but it wouldn't be as good. Whereas like a Barry Plant or like a Ray White, that sort of content would make a lot of sense for them. They've got the resources to be able to get a return on investment from that. It's a very good question. The ROI of social media is a hot topic. The first question you should ask yourself before you start posting or anything, set up a profile, is where the fuck is the ROI? Because I think you can easily fall into the trap of like chasing the wrong things, like measuring the wrong things. Like, likes and comments don't mean shit unless that attention, like, it creates more attention, yes, because you've got engagement, but what happens to that attention? Like, if it's just for the sake of having likes and comments, you are wasting time. You are wasting time, like big time. And I know there are things like ego that come into it, and there's also your social sphere, and also what your other friends and business colleagues are telling you. But you've got to remember, 90% of businesses don't survive longer than 10 years. 95% of them. They're all gone. So if you do what everyone else is doing, it's like a guaranteed way to fail. You actually got to be doing what 5% are doing. When you hear people are getting likes and comments and that's what they're talking about, you chuckle to yourself because you know that you're part of that 5% and you're doing things differently.